Sonic transformed into Darkspine Sonic and defeated Tails and Amy Rose in Sonic 5, the movie. Sonic was running back to Lord Donna's house after completing the most fun mission of the last 3 months, which had been capturing some robbers at a fast food hot dog stand. But while crossing the mountains of Tennessee on his way home, Sonic saw something extremely bright on the ground. Returning to take a closer look, he found 3 magical rings, but not the usual golden ones he had always known. These emitted a chilling dark energy that sparked Sonic's curiosity. And here was the problem. When Sonic touched them, they multiplied, summoning 4 more rings. Now there were 7 dark rings levitating around him, which instantly pulled him into a vision like a lucid dream. In it, the rings began to recreate each of the battles against the worst enemies Sonic had faced since arriving on Earth, enemies who were still alive. Sonic began to relive the memories of when he fought Knuckles at Lord Donna's house, and when he faced the powerful Shadow the Hedgehog. But something very different was happening in this dream. Sonic could sense a strong darkness emanating from within Knuckles and Shadow. On top of that, every one of their attacks felt real to Sonic, even though this was only a vision. Then a voice echoed inside Sonic, saying, "You must finish them before they finish you." Immediately, Sonic woke up from this terrifying vision. Confused, he decided to continue his way home. But upon arriving and finding Knuckles, Tails, and Amy Rose, the rings reacted again, levitating around Sonic and showing him once more the vision against Knuckles. Unexpectedly, Sonic was possessed by a purple-colored evil power and transformed into Darkspine Sonic. The dark power of the rings only wanted to awaken doubt in Sonic through false visions, using it as a breach from which to emerge. Now Darkspine Sonic attacked Knuckles, while Tails and Amy Rose stood stunned, not knowing what to do as they watched Sonic's actions and his new appearance. Knuckles received a brutal beating with powerful attacks coming at such speed that his warrior reflexes meant nothing. He couldn't even see them. After a devastating barrage of punches, kicks, and spin attacks, Darkspine Sonic defeated him, leaving him lying on the ground. Once again, the voice in his head said, "You must finish him." Taking control, Darkspine began to form a powerful orb of magical energy with both hands to eliminate Knuckles once and for all. As Amy, Rose, and Tails cried, watching Sonic about to end Knuckles, Shadow the Hedgehog arrived at that very moment. Using his chaos control, he interrupted Sonic's attack with a kick and transported Knuckles, Tails, and Amy Rose to a safe place.
Hey you! Don't forget subscribe!
Please subscribe to our channel!
Subscribe now!
Shadow explained to Team Sonic that 50 years ago, while he lived in the Ark space colony with Gerald and Maria, one night he had a strange dream. In it, he was fighting against a hedgehog that looked identical to Sonic, now purple in color, radiating a dark and sinister energy. It had 2 large white stripes running from its hair down to its forehead, and its eyes were completely white without pupils. That night I woke up terrified at 2 in the morning, and while everyone else slept, I focused all my energy and chaos control into my mind. This allowed me to locate an energy identical to that of the purple hedgehog I had seen in the dream. Without realizing it, I arrived at a planet full of hedgehogs and similar races, all born as pure warriors with great powers. That planet was called Mobius. Tails said, "That's our planet," to which Shadow replied, "Yes, it is. I may have even been born there, but that doesn't matter. What matters is that when I arrived on the planet, that hedgehog was there, terrifying everyone, and I had to face him. His power was terrifying. We fought for hours without stopping, until I barely managed to defeat him." Amy Rose asked how he was able to do it, since she had analyzed his energy, and it had nothing to do with chaos energy. In fact, she bet that the chaos energy from the Master Emerald would have no effect against him. Shadow answered, "It was thanks to them." A small tribe of blue hedgehogs approached me when I was already exhausted, and even that monster had turned his back on me because he no longer saw me as a threat. The elder hedgehog of that tribe gave me 7 magical white rings and said, "This light will inhibit the darkness of the world's rings that transformed Darkspine. Now it all depends on you." And after the elder said this, he left, and I was covered by a powerful, luminous energy. From there, I don't remember anything else. I only remember waking up again in the colony without anyone knowing what had happened that night, while holding in my hand a note that said, "Thank you for everything, Shadow. Your light was able to bring Sonic back to us." Knuckles then exclaimed, "It can't be. Are you the hedgehog of shadows from the legend, the one who defeated darkness with light?" To this, Shadow simply replied, "So my legacy still lives. That makes me proud. If you want, I can guide you to that place. Perhaps we will find something that can help us recover Sonic." Meanwhile, as Darkspine Sonic ran through the city, destroying everything in his path, Shadow transported Knuckles, Tails, and Amy Rose to Planet Mobius. Now they were standing in the very place where Shadow had once been overloaded with the great power that allowed him to defeat the ancient Darkspine Sonic. That place, after 50 years, was desolate and completely different. But Amy Rose did not waste time. She pulled out her energy reader and detected a powerful force. Comparing it to her records of Darkspine Sonic, she realized it was a completely opposite energy. Following the trail, they arrived at a cave where they found runes with hieroglyphic writings. After Tails deciphered them with his technology, they read, "Here lies the power that only the one chosen by the light can use to fight the darkness." As soon as this was read, 7 rings of light appeared, levitating around the team. Immediately, they flew toward Shadow, covering him with an incredible amount of energy that allowed him to achieve a new transformation. Shadow had transformed into Lighting Shadow. Shadow's body was covered by a blinding light that even clouded the vision of Knuckles, Tails, and Amy Rose. Shadow said, "This didn't happen last time. Or at least, not that I remember." With that, Lighting Shadow felt a sudden sting inside him, alerting him to a danger millions of light years away. After focusing, Shadow realized the danger was guiding him back to planet Earth. He told the team, "Let's go. We must stop Darkspine Sonic. And seriously, subscribe, because once Lighting Shadow arrived on Earth, they fought a battle unlike anything seen even in Dragon Ball. With every punch, the Earth trembled and massive volcanoes erupted. But in the midst of all this chaos, in a fraction of a second, everything suddenly turned calm. Darkspine Sonic had used his time break ability, stopping time so that only he could move freely. But what Darkspine Sonic did not expect was that Lighting Shadow, being the perfect user of chaos control ascended to light, also mastered time break. Using his most powerful attack, the Luminous Ray, he charged with all his strength against Darkspine Sonic. Darkspine defended himself with his pyrokinesis, countering with an immensely powerful fire beam. After an explosion that devastated everything within a 200-kilometer radius, we saw Lighting Shadow, with the power of his rings of light, absorbing the darkness of the world's rings inside Darkspine Sonic. In doing so, he stripped away Sonic's transformation and returned him to normal. Darkspine Sonic was sealed, and immediately the world rings and the rings of light unified and turned into stones, sealing themselves forever so that no other being could generate more chaos using their power. At that exact moment, Shadow awoke from the trance he had been in since receiving all the power of Lighting Shadow, and now he asked, "Where am I? What has happened?" Tails replied, "I already suspected this. The power of the rings of light consumes you, taking control even of your consciousness. That's why you didn't remember anything you achieved 50 years ago, when you became the legendary hedgehog who defeated darkness. But don't worry, this time I recorded everything. You will see all that you accomplished for the planet, and your legacy will be spread across hundreds of generations to come. Remember, this video is nothing more than a theory created by me, with much love, and with the sole purpose of entertaining you. If you want to know what happens in the second part of this epic story, please ask for it in the comments, and I will be bringing it to you soon.